Welcome back, guys, to another vlog on the Kirpa Vlogs channel. My name is Jaydeep Chatha. I'm the managing director of Kirpa Properties, the most followed real estate agency in Dubai. And today we're going to be showing you a brand new project by Danube Properties. We're standing in front of Danube Properties headquarters on Sheikh Zayed Road. The town is busy, the city is busy. This is a brand new project, a master plan villa community being launched by one of the top developers in Dubai. And today we're going to show you one of their show villas, which is a mock-up of the actual villa that they're going to build inside this community. So today, that's what we're going to go through, and I'm going to go through the entire project as well with you. So be prepared and make sure you have your notebooks out, because that's what we're going to do. So let's go inside and show you the mock-up unit and give you an overview of the project as well. Let's go. Before I show you the show unit, the mock-up unit of the villas, I'm going to be showing you the master plan of the community. So they've done a very, very nice high-spec model on the ground floor of the office. Here it is. This is a 4.5 million square feet master plan community with townhouses and semi-detached villas. And as you can see, they've kind of organized it really well into basically zones, right? You can see zone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 zones. And in the center, or in the heart of the community, they've built the amenities hub, which is 400,000 square feet of 50 plus amenities. As you can see, there's green spaces inside this amenity space. There's a beach hub. There's a cabana sitting for the family. There's a kids play area. There's a sports hub with 10 courts, world-class courts, and a very big 20,000 square foot gym and wellness hub. Not to forget what is this? This is a loop which takes you around the entire community. It's a jogging track, which is almost 4 kilometers long. So you have a lot to run for and run from. And as you can see, the townhouses are all organized in rows of maybe 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. They're the clusters of townhouses on the outsides of the community. And in the center of the community, you have the big semi-detached villas, which are the 5 beds. The first phase is being launched with 700 townhouses and villas, starting from 3 beds, 4 beds, and 5 beds. And these are the starting price for the townhouses is 3.5 million dirhams, less than $1 million. And the price per square foot is very competitive if you compare it to the other master plan communities that have been launched even in the past. So all in all, this is the project. This is the master plan. To give you a better idea, I'll be speaking more on the project itself upstairs in the show unit, so you really understand what it feels like to be inside one of these townhouses and villas. And I forgot to tell you that this is a fully furnished unit, so all the furnitures, all the fixtures will be included when you buy a unit in Greenz by Danube. So let's go upstairs now and go to the show unit and show you what it would feel like to live inside. Let's go. Right now, I'm standing in front of the mock unit, and to remind you a little bit, this is a fully furnished show villa for one of the most talked about new launches in Dubai right now. 3.5 million dirham entry, 7.7 million at the top end, Italian furniture in every unit, private elevator for 4 beds and above, garden on the roof of every single house, and it's right next to Academic City and Silicon Oasis, where the government has just announced 12.8 billion dirham investment to build and house 6,500 companies. So it is a prime location. If you talk about master communities, this is going to be a winner. So we're going to walk through every single room that's available. We'll talk about the materials, the furniture, the finishes, all the stuff you can't see from the brochure. And by the end of the video, you'll know exactly whether Greenz is for you, what it costs, and how to lock a unit before allocations close. Let's go. Before you go into the house, you have to look at the exterior. There's a curved white facade, bronze-toned wood, vertical louvers, and floor-to-ceiling glass on every level. The architecture is kind of curved and organic, not the boxy townhouses you see in many Dubai projects. It actually looks like a finished villa and not a Lego brick. And that does suit a lot of people. Not everybody wants the modern, contemporary, clean, straight lines, right? So this is very well done in terms of design from the outside. And now that we're inside, I'm gonna show you what's inside the house when it's finished. And like I said, everything you get here, the fixtures, the walls, the furniture, this is all included when you buy. So this is the entrance of the 3-bedroom townhouse. I've just opened the front door. Right? It was already open, so I couldn't open it for you, but it's already open. And the first thing you notice is the ceiling height. So the ceiling height isn't a standard 2.7 meter ceiling. The foyer actually opens up into this high ceiling, which is more than 3 meters. On the first room that you can find is the powder room. And before we get into the powder room, talk about the flooring a little bit. This is all format porcelain. It's very light toned and very easy to maintain in Dubai's climate because it doesn't stain as much. And the lighting is very recessed, dimmable, and has track lighting all over the house. So before we go into the house, I'm going to show you the powder room, and the quality of the powder room is impeccable. Like you can tell from the polished stone over here, it's very nicely done with deep-in sink over here, and the sink sanitary ware is also by a Danube-owned brand called Casa Milano, which is an Italian brand. And all the furniture as well is by an Italian brand, which I'll dive into later. So as you can see, this is done really well with the wooden cupboards, right? The wooden doors. And this is a design feature that they've used throughout the house. The veins, the little metal veins over here and over here, this is recessed into the stone and into the walls and is done really well. This is also a shelf which has been cut out of the wall so that you can put in the towels and other, fragrances and plants. So this powder room looks amazing, You still have the mirror with the backlit lighting, and everything looks very, very high quality. It seems like it's an affordable house, but the materials they've done, and the advantage that Danube has and why they're able to do this is they have everything in-house. So Danube is a group of companies. It's not just a developer. They also have building materials. So all the building materials you see on their sites is actually is already owned by Danube. So their margins are better. Then furniture, they own a company called Danube Home, which takes care of furniture and the fixtures and the sanitary ware as well. So all of this that you're seeing inside is actually owned by their other company. So what they have done is they're vertically integrated when it comes to delivery, right? The materials, the pictures, everything else is pretty top notch, as you can see. And they're able to do that consistently because they own it all anyways. They don't have to buy it from a third party. So that's a good sign. Next, we have the maid's room. I'm just walking into the maid's room, and the maid's room is done very tastefully. Usually in developers, what developers like to do, they keep the maid's room very tiny and very, low quality because they don't expect the owner wanting to put money into the maid's room. So why should they, right? So these guys, they've done a different thing. They've kept it very high quality. So the maid as well has a very high quality of living. And as you can see, we have closet space. This is glass over here. Actually, it's not glass, it's plastic, but it looks pretty nice. And as you can see, you can kind of see it's translucent and it has inbuilt lighting. And this also over here is another shelf space. So lots of shelf space for your maid. And this can be converted, and I think we can put a hanger in there instead of just having shelves. So that makes it easier for them. So as I say, when we go into a house, you always know about the quality of the materials being used by the handles and the doors. And as you can see, this is done really well. It's very sturdy, and you can feel the quality when you hold on to these handles. And the doors as well. Every door has metal lining on the top, all around it actually, and even over here in the center. This is just cut out from the wood, but it's done really, really well, tastefully. And as you can see, the washroom, same tones, same style, same design. Even the water, the toilet, from the showers, everything is from their homegrown brands like Casa Milano, and they've done a really, really good job. So after the maid's room, we're going to head back into the corridor. And before we go into the kitchen, I want you to look at these walls. These are very nice wall panels. These are wooden wall panels with, again, the same design feature that runs throughout the house. And they've done a really, really good job at making sure that everything is done to spec. So everything you see in this house is what you will get. Before we head into the kitchen, there's something on this side. So this is actually a closet. And if we open it up, you'll understand what they've done with it. They've made very good use of the space, which usually would be used for the washroom or the maid's room, but they've done a great job at converting this into a closet where you can have your washing machine and dryer, and also shelves for your shoes, because you don't want your house to get dirty. So you might as well bring that out. And you have a little drawer over here, which you can add something, and shelves on top for the towels. So they've done really, really good job in converting this dead space into something usable. And that's not all. They also have a separate space over here, a closet for more storage. You know, if you want to add something, your kitchen is overflowing, so you can have more shelves here and more storage space here for umbrellas and, you know, stuff like that. So that's it. And now we're going to head into the kitchen. And the kitchen doesn't open up traditionally with a door. There's actually a sliding door, which is great because a sliding door would not take up as much space, of course. And if you have a hinge door, it's gonna come into the corridor or come into the kitchen, and you don't want that, right? It's harder to utilize. And now we have a very clean sliding door which recesses into the wall, so you don't feel it at all, right? So next, the kitchen. The kitchen is done in a U-shaped way with a lot of, let's say, high quality materials. They have this very nice porcelain marble looking stone as well as the sink, which is very high quality, as you can tell. And you can take this out to wash in those corners and, you know, places where you can't reach properly, as well as you have some shelves, which the cutting board as well over here. And this sink looks very high quality, to be honest. And then all over you have the same stone type. Even in the backlights, you have they have looking down, and these switches can be moved so that you can, they're very versatile. So for your toasters, for your, let's say, for your appliances, your microwaves, these can be moved around. And you also have a charging port for your phone when your phone is dying and you're watching a YouTube video when you're cooking. So this is done really well. The cupboards, the shelves, everything is top notch. And this is all included, by the way, guys. This, the storage materials, the, let's say, places for your cutlery. Look at this. This is very cool. Like your plates, everything is thought of, and everything you need as an end user is being put over here. Next is the shelf space. And this is also, again, part of one of their brands, which you can pull out, and all the glasses and whatever else you have on top can come out pretty easily. Very well done. Then you have more drawers. This is on top of the exhaust, so you won't see anything much here. This is the oven, this is the stove, the induction. So a lot of houses nowadays have induction instead of the traditional gas, right? Because the induction works well as well. You know, nowadays the pots and pans, the stove, the whatever utensils you're getting, they're done in a way where you don't have to think about heating up or making, you know, some kind of mess, because these are done in a very nice way. And the utensils you get with them, they're done in a way where these heat up really well and evenly. Because that was the problem with induction. And this oven is recessed into the thing, and then you have a drawer over here. So everything is usable. Everything over here is usable. You have a lot of spaces, a lot of shelf space. If you see this, it's done really well, and you can do it like this. So all this stuff, what they've done is they knew that these corners are dead space. So they figured out ways to create trays and movable trays with like this, which can actually go in very nicely and easily. So I'm just going to slide that in there as well. So again, these kind of things are really, really important for you as an end user, especially when you're living in a house where you need to have more and more storage. And if you're living in a 3-bedroom, you probably have 5 to 6 people in the house. So you have a lot of food, a lot of things to worry about. Oh, that's the dishwasher. The dishwasher almost fell on me. But again, it's the same it's the same appliances brand, the Millen company, which they're using. Okay, I'm gonna close that. And again, they've made use of this space, as you can see. So this part of the shelf goes all the way inside. Nice, very nicely done. And again, so every single space has the same Elite brand, which is the fixture brand for all of these little crooks and crannies. And all the shelves spaces are more usable now because of this, right? Then you have the microwave, which is already put in. In case you want an extra one, you can put it over there. You have more shelf space over here for your spices and rice and whatever else you want to put here. A lot more drawers. Again. Oh, I already opened that. A lot more drawers. So everything is purpose built, and you also have an inbuilt fridge, not to mention. So this fridge freezer combination is well done, really well done because usually you get fridges which are not built for the space that they're in, but the fridge here is done really well. And at the top, you have more shelf space. So unlimited space. I think this kitchen has enough space for you to last a lifetime. And in case you're in a zombie apocalypse, this is the kitchen you want to have, right? So let's head back into the corridor, and let's look at the open space, the living area, and the dining space, okay? Quick context first. Greenz is built by Danube Properties, part of the Danube Group, which was founded by Rizwan Sajid in 1993. They have already delivered tens of thousands of units across the UAE, and their 1% payment plan is the reason why most South Asian families can afford their first Dubai property. They're known for two things: predictable handover and aggressive price points. But Greenz is different from anything Danube has done before. This is their first ever townhouse and villa master community. Their first move from vertical apartments into low density family living. This is spread across, again, 4.5 million square feet. And the first phase will be launched with 700 townhouses and villas. So this show villa is to show people what they can expect when they get a delivery of a unit in this project. So now we're walking into the heart of the home. Living and dining are very open plan, so you have as much space as possible. And the back wall over here, I'm going to show you, is full floor to ceiling glass window, which opens up into the backyard. So this is one of the biggest selling points of Greenz. Every unit comes fully furnished with what Danube calls premium Italian Dolce Vita furnishing. And that isn't just marketing, this is actually real. So you can see this sofa with the nice velvety, full grain Italian leather, low profile, deep seat in this warm top color. This is done very nicely, right? And then you have these tables, which are polished marble stone with metal legs as well, which are done on an amazing level. The carpets over here are not your normal average carpets. These rugs, I would call them, are wool, hand woven, and they actually anchor the space. You know, they're not the cheap polyester rugs you usually find in the show villas. The side tables are travertine and bronze. The accent pieces, the vases, the sculptures, the books, these are all styled, not random, right? So these are all things that you should be able to find. So if you own a townhouse this size, you're probably going to be spending 250 to 500,000 dirhams in furniture when you're finished. So you're saving a quarter to $500,000 day one when you buy a villa like this. Next, let's go to the dining room. So the dining chairs, you can see they're upholstered in this cream boucle fabric that matches the broader palette. And as you can see, the color palette here is very creamy, very rich, very light. And they've done this throughout the house. They have some wood accent panels with mirrors, so that just makes sure that you don't feel enclosed in the space. The wooden panels, the nice creamy stone panels as well. These are done in a very tasteful manner. And like I said, this metal accent really adds to the quality of the entire room. Then if I look at the TV cabinet in this living room area, this is also fixed in, so it's recessed into the wall. The TV will be recessed into the wall. The stone panels over here are done very, very nicely. You have mirrors over here and shelf space to showcase trophies, photos, whatever you want. And then you have drawers on the bottom, which is great for electrical wires, you know, stuff like that you need to keep, and PS5s. So we've seen the kitchen already. We've seen the dining and living space. This is what it takes to deliver. And as you can see, before you get into the dining and living space, you have the staircase. Staircase, again, done very nicely. You have a glass banister with a metal railing, as well as these steps are not, these are floating stairs, right? Floating steps. You first have a wooden step, then you have a stone, and these are connected into the glass on both sides. So they've done a really, really good job. You also have an elevator over here, which is not in the 3 bedrooms, but in the 4 bedrooms and above, because you have ground and you have 2 floors on top for the 4 beds and above. So you need an elevator, right, to get to those, let's say the top floor. And not to mention, you also have a garden on the roof of your house. So that is really, really important for you to go to sometimes. And the best way to do that is by taking the lift. So this is where the lift will ideally be. Again, you have the staircase with the lighting underneath, which really gives it that floating aspect, right? That's the whole point. And I think everyone should be doing this. And under the staircase, you also have a little garden area where you can have a landscaping, and they've done a really beautiful landscaping. It looks very Japanese-esque with this tree over here and the greenness and the rocks. So they've done a really tasteful job in designing this show unit. And once you enjoy the living room enough, right? And it's a large space. This is more than 6 meters in diameter, in width. Then you can enter into the backyard. So the backyard, again, they've done it really well with the lighting on top. So it shows you what kind of, atmosphere you'll have when you're in the backyard. You have enough space for a nice sitting area. If you landscape it really well with the grass like they have done, and also have the garden on the back with the trees and the small plants, then you can have a very, very nice, enjoyable evening every day in your backyard of this villa and townhouse community. So now what we're gonna do is, we've seen the ground floor. We finished off the ground floor of this 3-bedroom mock-up unit. Now we're going to go to the first floor. So how will you get to the first floor? Well, in a normal townhouse, you'll be going up the steps like this and coming out onto the first floor landing, which we will now show you on the other side. So let's go. Location matters more than anything in real estate. So let me show you exactly where Greenz by Danube sits. It's in Dubai International Academic City, right next to Silicon Oasis. And from the project gate, Emirates Road is just 1 minute away. Dubai Al Ain Road, 2 minutes away. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road, 5 minutes away. Then that's 3 of Dubai's biggest highways within a 5-minute drive. The airport is 17 minutes, downtown Dubai is 18 minutes, and Dubai Creek Harbor is only 15 minutes away. But the number that matters most is this one. The upcoming Blue Line Metro is 5 minutes away. So 3 Blue Line stations are planned already within the Silicon Oasis and Academic City corridor. The Blue Line opens on September 2029, and which is the same year as Greenz' handover. 13 billion dirham project, 14 stations, and everything within 500 meters of those stations has grown by 15 to 25%. And Greenz is there to take advantage of that. Now zoom out to the area itself. Silicon Oasis and Academic City together house over 100,000 residents, 27 international universities, 35 plus clinics, 4 major hospitals, 8 mosques, 120 restaurants, and this isn't a new neighborhood. You have to wait for 10 years. It's already alive. And then there's District 10. Sheikh Mohammed launched it as a major technology hub, 12.8 billion dirham expansion plan, which is targeting 6,500 global companies in AI, Web3, robotics, and quantum computing. This is expected to create over 70,000 new jobs. So that means your tenant base, which is high-income tech workers, university staff, healthcare professionals. This is exactly who's going to be renting and buying in this corridor over the next decade. So when you buy at Greenz, you're not just buying a townhouse, you're buying into a corridor with a confirmed metro, confirmed 13 billion dirham government investment, and a tenant pool, which could be 100,000 people deep. So right now we're on the first floor. We're not actually on the staircase landing, but I'm going to show you the master bedroom and how it looks first. Okay, so I'm walking into this master bedroom and it's properly big. It's 24 square meters in the 3-bedroom townhouse configuration. And this is a very nicely done master bedroom. You can see the lighting, the recessed TV in the wall, and a separate dressing and ensuite as well behind me. Now let's look at the details inside this bedroom. The bed is king size, upholstered headboard over here in cream linen. You have side tables with bedside lamps and very nicely done velvet outside covering the drawers. The flooring is kept very similar to the rest of the house, and it's quieter, warmer, better for the bedrooms because you have, look at this lighting that you have. You have a chandelier right in the center of the bedroom. You have track lighting, which really upscales the quality of the house. And this is big enough for you to have a sitting area as well, if you want to. But next, let me show you the dressing area, because this is where your wife will spend a lot of time. So if I close this door, you can see you have plenty of dressing space. You have a dressing table with drawers and all the jewelry already set in. You won't get any jewelry, but you will get enough space to put in a lot of jewelry. You also have a lot of closet space. So this is a lot of closet space, as you can see. So in the closet space, you'll have these, and these actually bring your clothes down, so it's easier for you to reach out and grab and put it back. You also have drawers with glass covering sometimes, and you have more drawers over here. You have enough space for your purses, your shoes, whatever you want, right? We keep going. We have more of these. So again, like I said, you can bring it down, put the hanger up, and there you go. The closets are done very tastefully. You can see the lighting inside, which really gives it that upscale quality. You have the drawers with the glass on top, which shows you what's exactly inside the first drawer. Okay, before I close it, you also have shoe space down there. You have more drawers over here, plenty of space for you to keep everything you need, and more shelf space on this side as well. This is a almost Gucci wallet, but it isn't. Next, This is the dressing room. Dressing room is done. Next, we have the master bathroom, and the master bathroom is done very tastefully. It's bigger than the other bathrooms, of course. It's the master bathroom. And you also have marble over here, which is floor to ceiling. And it's not throughout the washroom. It's in this place, and it's also in this place. So as you can see, there's more space. And to talk about the configuration, you have the water closet, the toilet, the vanity over here, which is again stone. Then you have the shower area with a rain shower and a detachable shower head. Okay. And you have a freestanding tub, which is not enclosed, or, there's nothing that you have to step over. It's very easy to get in, as you can see, and it's big enough for a person like me, and I'm 6 feet 1 inches. So I am sitting very comfortably in this, and it feels very, very high quality in this, very nice. So very well done. I think they've done a great job at maintaining the quality throughout the house. And this is what matters, when you want to enter a home and you go to one bedroom to the other bedroom, you want the quality to be similar. You don't want the master bedroom or the maid's room to be less or above, right? Or below each other. So they've done a really good job of keeping the consistency throughout the home. So now we've done the master bedroom, but there's one thing left that I didn't mention. In the master bedroom, you will have a floor to ceiling windows, like again, we've seen downstairs, and a very nice spacious balcony, which overlooks the front of the home. And this is done really, really well because you need that space, that extra outdoor space in the bedroom so that you can sip your coffee in the morning and get ready for the day. So let's go into now the second bedroom on the first floor. Let's go back. Now, let's talk about the community itself. I showed you the master plan. I want to give a little more context. So Greenz is 4.5 million square feet. 400,000 square feet of that is amenities, and over 50 of them are going to be there in the center of the community. The centerpiece of the entire community is the dancing fountain, a musical fountain at the heart, surrounded by water features and pedestrian streets. Think a smaller residential version of what downtown Dubai has in front of the Burj Khalifa. Next, we have the Greenz Sanctuary. This is the green core, your private green haven, landscaped gardens, fresh air zones, and this is the brand's whole pitch. Nature meeting the city. We also have the Beach Hub. The Beach Hub is a curated beachside style experience inside the community, where you'll have lagoon-style pools, cabanas, and shady areas. So that means you don't have to drive 40 minutes to the beach every weekend. You also have the Family Hub, which is a landscape park with cabanas, outdoor seating, and a kids' play zone designed for hours and not just for minutes. So you'll have plenty to play around with. We also have the Sports Hub, which is 10 dedicated courts, football pitch, paddle courts, tennis, basketball. For me personally, I will be playing on the football course because I was always a football player. And we also can't miss the Wellness Hub, which is huge. 20,000 square feet of indoor, outdoor gym and wellness areas. You have a panoramic gym, double height ceiling, floor to ceiling windows, sauna, salt therapy, cryotherapy, and recovery rooms. There's an Equinox level spec inside this community. And we cannot forget the Loop. The Loop is a 3.75 kilometer jogging track which goes all around the community with no cars crossing it. On top of that, you got a kids daycare, a masjid inside of the community, 20,000 square feet of retail, supermarket, cafe, dining, and daily essentials. So we haven't forgot the groceries as well. So that's the community. And I've shown you the master plan, so you can see that everything is already there, designed, ready for people to live and enjoy community vibe. So we're back in the corridor, and as you can see, as we exit the master bedroom, we will have the lift again, which opens up into this landing, and the staircase as well over here. The staircase coming up should be on this side, as you know, and it's a behind, we can't really see it. So again, this is the mock-up unit, so this doesn't have everything that you will see in the 3-bedroom. Now we're entering into the second master bedroom. So this is another configuration that they have. This is going to be used for most of the master bedrooms because you have a wide open space, you have the bedroom, the bed, same quality headboard, same fit out, same panels on the back. And then on this side is where things change a little bit. This is where you actually have a walk-in closet, a system where you can move your TV. So your TV will be here, but it'll be able to shift and move to the back of this headboard over here, this wooden thing. And I'm gonna go back. And what do you see in the back? You see this walk-in closet area where you have the same kind of doors and panels, able to open. Not able to open all of them because they're still improving this unit. But as you can see, you have the same type of shelf space, the hanger space, and you have a dressing table on this side, on the back side. So they've used the space really, really well. They could have just, kept this open, but they made sure to have the dressing table and the TV because they need the TV and the dressing table at the same time. So you have all this closet space going from floor to ceiling. Again, guys, this is the mock-up unit. So not everything here will be to the same dimensions, the same size. And even though this is the second master or the first master bedroom, I'm just here to show you the quality and what is expected to be handed over when you get this unit. So you have the very nice lighting over here. You have the light switches back here, and it's done really tastefully. This washroom is obviously not the washroom you will get. You will get a bigger washroom than this, but again, very wide shower area over here with inbuilt showcase that you can use for your candles, your soaps, your shampoos. And again, the rain shower. This is very consistent throughout the house. So it's done in a very nice way. And you have the same stone for the vanity and then the drawers as well, the wooden drawers. The same sanitary ware, Casa Milano, very consistent throughout the home. So what they've done is they've configured this show unit into a way where they have the master bathroom on the other side. The master bedroom is a second bedroom, and this is the real master bedroom, but not the master bathroom. So I hope that's not confusing. What we'll try to do is show you the floor plans as well, so you can figure out this is the 3-bed, this is the 4-bed, 5-bed. And of course, if you're already interested in looking and getting more information on the Greenz by Danube project, you can reach out to us on our email and we can tell you more about the pricing, the configuration, what is available right now in the community, and more information about the location as well and Danube as well. The payment plan for this project, I will explain outside, and the prices as well. Let's go. Let's talk about each and every type of unit that you can expect in this community and the starting prices, starting sizes, so you really understand what's available to buy, okay? So the first unit that we're gonna start off with is a 3-bedroom plus maid that we kind of saw the ground floor of in this show unit. These units will start at 3.5 million dirhams to 3.7 million dirhams. The size of these units will be 2,400 square feet, which is the internal area, and the plot area will be roughly 1,300 square feet. Now, these units are the smallest units, so they don't have a lift inside. The units that are bigger will have lifts inside, and this is a G+1, so ground, first floor, and then the sky garden, which is the landscape garden which you can expect on the roof of every house. Next, we have the 4-bed plus maid. These will be ground and 2 floors, and then the sky garden. These will start at 4.2 million and they will go up to 4.4 million dirhams. These will be roughly 2,800 square feet in area, the internal area, and the plot area will be the same, 1,300 square feet. Next, we have the 4-bedroom plus made premium unit, which will start at 4.4 million dirhams to 4.7 million dirhams. These will be slightly larger, 3,100 square feet, and they will have a lift as well, of course. The 4-bedroom before will have a lift, and the plot size will also be bigger, from 1,300 to 1,500 square feet. Next, we have the 5-bedroom townhouses with the maid's room, and these will be much bigger, obviously an extra bedroom, and they will start from a price of 5 million and go up to 6 million dirham. There's 2 types of configurations depending on the plot size. So there's a smaller plot size of 1,800 to 2,400, and then a bigger plot size of 2,700 to 3,000 square foot. Then you have the 5-bedroom semi-detached villas with double height living rooms. So these are the ones where when you enter into the living room space, instead of a 3.7 meter height, you'll have a double height. So 2 floors of height in the living room area, which really opens up the space. These will start from 6.2 million and go up to 7.7 million. Again, depending on the plot area, right? And where it is inside the community. These will be in the center of the community. So they'll be the most premium unit. These are going to be bigger units as well. These are going to be almost 4,000 square feet in internal area. So you'll have a very good living space and area to move around in the house. So again, this is the configuration. Next, you will want to know the payment plan. So Danube has created a very nice payment plan for a townhouse community, probably the most unique out of all the master plan communities that have launched inside of Dubai. You'll be able to do this on a 70-30 payment plan. So 70% during construction, right? And 30% you can do after the handover of your home. Now you'll have to pay a little bit extra to get that post handover payment plan, but that's a very good thing, because you can, if you're an investor, you can actually take some of that money from a tenant and use the tenant's rent to pay for your post handover payment plan. So this is the way that a lot of developers are engineering payment plans for buyers, especially investors. So, but if you're an end user and you want to get a mortgage, then the 70-30, you can do 70% during construction and 30% on handover. This 30% on handover, you can actually go to one of the local banks in the UAE and get a mortgage on the house. So you don't have to pay the last 30%, you can get a mortgage for it and then pay on a monthly payment plan to the bank. So these are the ways you can engineer your payment plan. But of course, we can help you figure out what plan is suitable for your needs. You know how to reach us now. You have an email below this video. Just message us and say you saw the Greenz by Danube video that Jade has presented and you want more information regarding such and such, okay? So make sure you don't miss out on other videos that I'll be presenting. I'll be showcasing a lot of luxury homes, a lot of upscale properties, a lot of amazing projects in Dubai, and this is a perfect chance for you to understand them from the detailed point of view. In case you don't know, we are also on Instagram. We also have a very good Instagram profile with our company, with our own personal profile. So you can check out more, let's say, images and stock over there. But YouTube is where we will be going into the details and figuring out how to invest, how to make sure that we're getting into the best properties. So again, make sure you don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on the next few videos. We have 100 videos planned for you this year that we're going to execute, and make sure that you enjoy each and everything. Please drop a comment below and give us feedback on what we can do better in our videos. Of course, we don't want to be boring. We don't want to be crass. We want to be the best. So to be the best, we need to listen to you. You're the viewer. We want to know your feedback. So please drop a comment below and tell us what we can do better, and we'll try to incorporate that into the next few videos. So thank you so much for watching and hope you enjoyed it. And let's move on to the next one. Let's go.